You know what? Let's get to the car of it all.
Damn.
Hey everyone, welcome to Straight Jacket Talk, where it's two guys, a girl, and a horror show. My name is Kevin, and I'm joined by a guy who likes car f***ing. It's Nathan.
I don't cars. I don't do that. I'm sorry. Do you want me to start?
Start what?
In cars?
It's personal.
It's a free country. You can do whatever you want. I'm also joined by a girl who can watch this movie without subtitles. It's Gill.
Oh, thank you. I could.
Mm-hmm.
You actually speak the language. We watched Titane from 2021. It was written and directed by Julia Ducournau, who was also the director of the movie Raw, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen it. Have you guys seen it before?
I've seen it, yeah.
Did we both talk about it in Straight Jacket Talk when we both watched it?
Yeah, back when you did it for It Slays.
And we both liked it.
Yeah.
But did we like this one? Oh,
Little tease. Little French tease. Titane had a budget of $6.6 million. Do you know how much it made at the box office?
I don't even have an educated guess. I don't know if it did well or not. I'm just going to say it made $18 million. I'm going to say it did well.
Yeah, also for no particular reason, I panicked and I wanted to choose the number before Nathan said one, and that number was 15,000, and that's kind of close to his, so I'm going to stick with it. So $18 million. I
picked 18 million.
15 million. $15 million.
Okay.
I'm panicking. Well,
don't give me numbers, dude.
You're both way over.
Oh, okay.
But Jill's the closest. Titane only made $5 million.
Ooh.
Damn.
So it
Closer to 1,000.
bombed then.
Didn't do well. The IMDb rating is at a 6.5 out of 10. And currently the thermometer sits at 90%. So it's certified fresh. But what did we think of this movie? Before we go any further, if you could please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and also hit the notification bell, because when we have a new video, you'll be the first to know. Isn't that right, Nathan?
Yes, it's a privilege.
Titane was Nathan's pick for an episode. So Nathan, why did you choose it for us to review?
This is one of my favorite movies of this decade. I saw it about a year ago, talked about it on the show, and promptly got made fun of for watching two movies that both involved sexual activities with cars. And I decided, I guess it's time for us to review the car fucking movie.
That's right. Who doesn't love a little car fucking? Let me tell you something. We weren't making fun of you. We were...
I know. You were laughing with me.
Right, exactly.
But I wasn't laughing.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
But I'm not laughing.
Oh.
No.
I was concerned, for real.
Jill's a true one.
Yeah.
Now that we're doing it for Straight Jacket Talk and you've rewatched it, have any of your feelings changed on this, Nathan? What's your overall thoughts on Titane?
No, my feelings have not changed on this movie at all. I think this is a masterpiece. You know, the car fucking and the strangeness gets all the attention, but there's an actual heartwarming story about found family and love in there that is wonderful. It successfully makes you care about characters who are morally reprehensible, which is not an easy feat to pull off. If you're squeamish, this one ain't for you. The body horror is done excellently. The cinematography is beautiful as well. It does that thing I love, of splashing colors across the screen, the purples and the blues and all that. Yeah, I love this movie. I think it's great.
Gill, is this your first watch of Titane?
It is my first watch. It's been on my list for a long time. I knew it was coming soon because we know how much Nathan loves it. So I was kind of waiting for him to pick it, to watch it. And here we are.
What's your overall thoughts now that you've seen it?
Oh boy. I have a lot of thoughts. This is one I think, honestly, I'm going to need to take more time to let it settle a bit, let it marinate a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot to it. I think this whole movie is like one big French onion. And at the center of this big French onion, you've got this woody core, right? And it's the story of Alexia, right? You follow her from the beginning. When I was watching this, I was grappling with kind of how uncomfortable it made me feel, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it until I was thinking about it later on. But the beginning of the movie, I'm going deeper than my initial thoughts. I hope that's okay.
No.
That's fine.
Dive in.
Yeah, the very beginning of the movie, you have Alexia as a kid just being like really shitty, being a shitty kid. And that ultimately leads to the like steel plate in her head and all that. And from then on, you just like see her life continue to be shit. But my issue with it in the beginning was like, she was a shitty kid and now she's just like a shittier adult. But then I thought about it some more. So personally, for me, watching this, it was really difficult right at the beginning with the car accident. Because when I was also a kid, probably about the same age, I was in a car accident and it ended up killing a kid, like ran into a kid on the road. Sorry if this is like a lot of trauma, but this is kind of a traumatic movie. So, and also the metal plate, I feel like represents trauma and how this event kind of paired with how she's treated by her parents. Like her dad, even before the accident, is like checked out and kind of yelling at her. And then you see how that continues with every relationship she encounters after that because of the trauma. The mixture of the environment you grow up in plus like trauma can lead to what we see in her life. She's just like self-destructive. She's unable to make connections with other people, and she's fucking cars instead of having like serious and meaningful relationships with other people, which is like a really real symptom of trauma. Like I struggle with mental health and trauma and all that kind of stuff. And one of the big things for me that is really difficult is sometimes I feel like a machine, like an android. And I think that's kind of a metaphor in this movie as well. Like the trauma has made her part machine. She can only have relationships with a machine. She's birthing a machine, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It made me uncomfortable a lot because it reminded me of things that I'm uncomfortable with in my own life. And it is a really bleak movie, and the character doesn't get like really a happy ending. Which is like even more horrifying. Yeah, I also really like the body horror. But yeah, it was like really hard to watch. But I want you guys to add to that. What did you think?
I think actually what you said makes a lot of sense because I think this movie has something for everybody. And I think Nathan touched on it too. Like, yeah, it's very strange. There's a girl fucking a car in this. There's a lot of other strange scenes in this movie, and on the surface level, you know, there's a lot of great body horror, and we're following pretty much a serial killer as the main character, so it is a little like different in things like that from a narrative perspective. But, and you both touched on it, there's so many deeper levels to this movie, and I think it's kind of how you want to engage with this movie a little bit, and the aspects you take out of it, because like Gill said, you know, the trauma section of this movie is a big thing, for sure. And like Nathan's saying too, like I think a lot of the movie is deep, it's depressing, it's tough to go through a little bit. But you had touched on like maybe like, you know, the love aspect, and Jill, you said that like for the ending you thought it was a bleak ending. I kind of actually thought it wasn't a bleak ending. I took the opposite way
on that,
for me.
actually. Yeah,
go ahead. I'd like to hear what you both have to say about that.
I was just thinking the ending was more like she had been going through life alone and really not having love or someone to be there for her. And then in the end, she did have that with Vincent. You know, it just took her a while and kind of found that love. It might not be perfect. Love isn't perfect. Like, I think it's a real world. I think it's a real world thing of love, like, because love isn't fairy tales and isn't, you know, stuff you actually see in movies. This movie is doing a real life representation of what love is. Like, it's not perfect. It doesn't fit a normal box. And it's found in different places in different times of your life too, because like, look at Vincent, he was looking for love too. And he found it in Alexia as, you know, what part she played for him. So that's what I took it as.
The ending, there is a bleakness to it because, I mean, Alexia dies. Over the course of like the middle of the movie, you learn to feel for Alexia, even though she, again, is a morally reprehensible person. She has killed a whole lot of people. So, and so that is bleak and that is sad, but you do get the feeling that the baby is sort of going to be born into a loving environment. And the baby is going to have things that Alexia didn't in her childhood. You know, I don't want to say that's optimistic because you still have a life lost, but there is family there. This is a family that will continue here in this in this world. It's also, I mean, Alexia can't live through this movie. What she's done is pretty terrible. I guess I kind of agree with both of you that it is bleak, but it's also, there's hope in there. It's not overly bleak, like you have to feel terrible about the world after it, is the way I see it.
I want to ask too, because Jill, you had said about at the beginning her relationship with her father a little bit, like it seems like he's like distant and stuff, and we get that one big scene of him turning around when she's in the car and trying to reprimand her a little bit. But I was wondering, do you think that there's deeper layers that they didn't show us to like their relationship, like maybe he abused her or something like that added to like her state of mind a little bit, or who she is?
I didn't personally get that from the father. It was just kind of like a neglectful sort of environment, which I can also kind of relate to. Like, you know, parents don't try to traumatize their kids a lot of the time. And my parents were always at work and they were doing something good, but they also like were not there for me growing up, and that led to a bunch of attachment issues for me. So I think maybe it's kind of similar for her. Like her parents aren't that interested in her. She's kind of like an annoyance that contributes to it, but also the fact that she went through this traumatic event and that paired with everything else kind of spirals. My issue, I think, with her character was that it was just kind of scary seeing such a villain without many redeeming qualities, especially since I kind of identified as that character watching it. It's like, oh, am I just like a shitty human being sort of thing? I know it's probably not trying to get at that, but that's like, I think what scares me about her character is that there's not many redeeming qualities. The only thing I think you really get is like the joy that she has with her new father, but even that is kind of based on a lie, and she can't truly be who she is. I'm not saying she deserves a happy ending.
Go on.
Okay. I'm not saying she deserves a happy ending, but it just sucks that she goes through all of this and has these brief, like fleeting moments of joy, goes through all this pain, and then dies. And I know the baby is supposed to be like a positive thing, but seeing it have like pieces of metal in it, like the spine, to me that was like the trauma, like the metal,
passing
like
down.
the steel. Yeah. So that kid, even though it's in a loving environment, like it's still gonna have that part of her. So to me that was like the bleakness of it, and I think I'm just like uncomfortable with that stuff as a whole, so probably looking at it through that lens probably made it less positive. I don't know,
but I actually think that makes it more positive, because I think one of the themes of the movie is unconditional love, people being able to love you for who you are rather than they want you to be, or maybe because you said that the love with Victor, right? Vincent. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you said that the love with Vincent is based on a lie, and I don't really agree, because I don't think Vincent ever actually thought that Alexia was his son. I think he went in there into the police station going, no matter who this is, I'm going to say that that is my son.
Dans tous les cas, on fera un test ADN.
Pourquoi je ferai un test ADN? Vous croyez que je suis pas capable de reconnaître mon fils?
There's never really a grand reveal to Vincent that Alexia is a woman. Over the course of the film, a couple of times he says, they will never be able to tell me that you are not my son.
Qui viennent pas me dire que t'es pas mon fils.
Which suggests that he knows the
Okay.
entire time.
I didn't see that as how you saw it. I thought he was like grieving so hard that he wanted to believe so much that he did. And just seeing like his ex-wife, I guess, when she's like, you know, what would you do if you couldn't grieve your child? And then she talks about like the folly of like how she's manipulating him into, you know, this relationship, this father-son relationship.
Oh, je sais pas quelle raison dégueulasse qui te pousse à rentrer dans son délire de merde. Tu fais ce que tu veux, mais tu t'occupes de lui.
And
Yeah.
so to me, I always thought he was just like so broken that he believed it. And then to me, the big reveal was when she is like going into labor. And that's when I thought he like finally accepted it and like helped her. When the Vincent is talking about how like they could never tell me that you're not my son, when he finds her wearing the dress and then he shows her like the pictures of him as a kid wearing the dress. To me, those like beats where the dad always walked in, to me, he thinks, okay, his son is like going through some like gender, like, you know, uncertainty. And that's what I got from it. I thought this whole time he was like trying to be comforting to his son because he's also going through something, but on the opposite side of the spectrum. Like the dad is very masculine. He's taking these, I guess, testosterone shots to be more masculine, whereas Adrian is on the other end. And I thought that they were insinuating that he thought he was transitioning into a woman and he was trying to be a supportive dad. But
That's a possibility
is that crazy?
too. I don't think that's
No.
crazy. No,
Okay.
no.
I saw I saw the similar thing though, Jill, like what you were saying, in the dad kind of grieving and wanting to accept whoever that was as his child because he had such a big loss and he was trying to fill that void, right, of his son no longer being there. But I think kind of what you're talking about in maybe him thinking that his son is going through a change, that leads into, I think, unconditional love, like Nathan's point
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because like this guy, Vincent, this dad, he's like, hey, show me, trust. And he keeps saying, trust me. Like, or do you trust me? Like he's trying to earn
Yeah.
the trust because he's trying to show like what unconditional love and support is. Obviously, Alexia doesn't have any of that like in her life ever, so she doesn't know
Right.
what that is.
It feels like she has to learn to let him love her.
Yeah.
And eventually she is able to learn to do that. That's why, you know, in my opening thoughts, I was like, it's actually heartwarming. And I'm starting to think not everybody agrees with me about that. But I just felt like that was just the way it was. You know, these are two horrifically flawed people who have real problems, but they're finding each other. And through all of, you know, the lies and the deception and all that, they're just able to love each other. And that to me felt very real. Although, and another thing that makes me think he knew it wasn't his son before she went into labor, is he kills Ryan when Ryan starts getting too close to the truth about who Alexia is.
Oh, damn. I didn't realize
So-
that. Okay.
Yeah, I hear you on your interpretation of that line and stuff. But I don't know. This is my third watch, and I just feel like he was never going to accept an actual truth that Alexia wasn't his son. that he needed this person for some reason, and she didn't know it, but he needed him too. And I feel like there's some beauty in that, despite all the flaws that both of them have. You know, him with his self-image and you know, he's shooting steroids because he can't do a pull-up, and she has trouble accepting love of any kind. The wife spits bars, by the way. All of her lines are perfect.
Yeah.
Whatever your twisted reasons for exploiting his fucking folly, I don't care. Just take care of him. And that, I don't know, that felt real to me. Like, she loves this man, but she can't be with him because of his issues. And she sees, like, this can be good for him. And that's sort of like the essence of the movie. It doesn't matter that you are who you are. It doesn't matter how much of this was built on deception at the beginning. This is actually real, and these people love each other.
Yeah. And I think it shows you what type of man Vincent is too, that like, even though they're not together or whatever, she still loves and cares about Vincent and knows that he's going through things too. I gotta say,
and she just can't, for her own sake, can't be there for him the way he needs. So, which is a totally understandable thing.
Right. And it's a selfless act. Like, it's kind of another love idea, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I was picking up on themes of him too, and like shooting steroids, trying to be more masculine and like puffing out his chest and things like that in certain scenes, especially with the firefighters.
Oh! Compris? Oui, mon commandant. Alors comme ça va.
It was kind of like he's dealing with his own like aging that's going on too, and
insecurity about getting old for sure.
Yeah, like and he's dealing with that. So I thought that was a cool theme too, because like he's struggling with something in himself as well, and his body's changing just like hers a little bit, a little different, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously, yes. But, yeah.
That adds to like the whole body horror of it all as well. A big part of it in the movie is the pregnancy, with kind of the metal peeking out. I feel like pregnancy is already really scary, and the fact that what they did with it in this movie is even more scary.
Yeah.
And especially the way that she deals with it, like wrapping it up.
Yeah, because she has to hide it, which is...
Yeah.
Some of those scenes are real rough to watch.
Oh, yeah. And that's kind of why I also got the, like, I don't know, like gender, like issues going on here too, because you could say that threat is there, a big thing, like wrapping.
There's definitely gender, some transgender stuff going on here. Although I don't think Alexia was ever actually transgender.
But it's
and there's some sexuality stuff going on here too, which you could wax poetic about forever, I'm sure. I can't. Although I will say there are gay clubs that are straighter than that firehouse. But
what's wrong with a bunch of dudes just dancing together?
There's nothing wrong. I'm just saying there's some homoeroticism going on.
Taking our shirts off. Getting all sweaty. You know what? Let's get to the car fucking of it all.
Damn.
Here's what I want to know, right? Jill, you had said about like maybe her wanting to fuck cars because, you know, of the trauma she went through and not being able to be like kind of in a real relationship sort of idea. Or I was wondering, because as soon as she's in the accident and comes out of the hospital and then she has that metal plate in her head, it's almost like she has an attachment to metal. She goes right up to the car afterwards, and it's almost like they have this, I don't know, bond now, like they are kind of one in the same.
She hugs and kisses the car.
Yeah.
She has more of a bond than she does with any living person.
Right. And then, like, obviously later on, I kind of like how this is never explained or whatever. Like, we just see it play out.
Yeah.
Where the car is kind of like, I guess, flirting.
He's enticing her.
Enticing
her. The car is seducing her. Yeah. With its flames and its hydraulics.
Sexy car. Sexy car. I love too how she's all strapped into the seatbelts and things like that. Like little little bondage thing going on. This car likes to.
A little bit of bondage in that. Yeah. It's never really explained what she's actually doing in there. You only see her from the chest up. But
It's a deadbeat car as well.
Oh,
no
yeah.
child support.
Nothing.
What the fuck? It's funny when Nathan had first talked about this movie and he was like, there's a chick fucking a car, right? And when I started seeing it play out, I'm like, okay, when they pan inside the car, she's just going to be jilling herself a little bit.
Jesus.
And that's that's what it's going to be. But no.
No, she's fucking the car. Yeah.
What's going on here?
Car's into it too. Car's super into it.
Apparently. He got his motor oil all inside her. Those were kind of gross scenes too, where she's got like motor oil like leaking from her body and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Horrific.
so I was talking to somebody about this movie and they're like, well, is it horror? And I was like, well, yeah, it does follow kind of a serial killer and there's a lot of cool kills, but I didn't really even think about the body horror aspect of this movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's very similar to The Fly in that way.
You know what I was thinking of? This movie reminded me a lot of Tetsuo.
Same.
Tetsuo? Yeah, I get you. The metal and the transformation of the body, and yeah. I was thinking that it reminded me of The Fly because The Fly is a body horror. It's a horror movie, but at the end of the day, the actual story is a romance, a tragic romance between Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. So it's a horror. That's the genre you're going to put it into, but it's actually the core of it is a romance. Whereas this movie, it's a body horror, and at the beginning, it's kind of a slasher. But at the core of the movie is exactly. The wooden
French
core
onion.
of the onion that you were talking about is
by
actually
layers, subtle nuances,
right.
contributing to the vast complexity of this movie.
Right. There's a lot about this movie. I feel like even like I've watched it 3 times and I'm not sure I've scratched the surface of what all of it is about. But I do think at the core of it is like a found family sort of love story. And the body horror is the genre trappings on top.
I just wanted to say earlier, I totally agree with you with this being like a very wholesome movie and like found family. And it didn't really exactly touch on it, but the fact that she gives him this baby, it's what he's always wanted. And she kind of has to die for him to get it, but it's like he gave her a family. I don't know. It's just like it keeps giving, I guess, on the positive note there.
That's true.
I agree with that.
I think it's important to what I take out of it, at least, because I saw a lot of what you were talking about, Gill, where like the trauma was kind of the metal inside her and like, and like, is she a horrible person? Like, because I took it as like her killing these people as like the trauma spreading, right? And just affecting everybody like in your life or like that surround your life, because she started killing people she didn't even know just randomly.
Right. When I first watched this movie and she killed that guy who was asking for her autograph.
Attends, on se la bise quand même.
I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those where she kills creeps and it's a serial killer where she kills just creeps who are trying to exploit her body and et cetera, et cetera. But then the scene in the house with Justine, who's played by the same chick who plays Justine in Raw, by the way.
Oh,
so kind of a little bit of a connection there, maybe. All of a sudden, she's killing people who do not deserve it as far as we know, and in increasingly horrific and brutal ways.
That was like one of my things about Alexia's character. Like, it was hard for me to find the motive, even though the motive is in your face. Like, it's because of the damage that's been done to her and continues to be done to her. Like when she's working as a dancer and being objectified by that guy, like you said, she just kind of gives it back to him, but it starts something. It starts this like unstoppable trail of destruction. And I feel like she just can't help herself because she has no tether to people. or
Right.
reality. So
Right.
she just goes unchecked and does all this stuff for like literally no reason until she gets that anchor at the end, which is Vincent.
I thought too, like, you know, something you had said about the trauma now being passed down to the baby because the baby is part metal too. And I think that could be valid as well. But the way I look at it too, with a more maybe hopeful ending, is yes, this baby does have the trauma passed down by, you know, the mother, but
Yeah.
this baby is going to be in a loving environment versus Alexia, who was not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing I feel like is loving somebody for who they are unconditionally. And that's something Vincent is capable of doing.
Yes.
I think kind of what you're saying there too, Kevin, with the metal, I think the placement of where the metal is also kind of significant. Like in Alexia,
yes.
it's like part of her psyche, it's in her head. But when she passes it on, it kind of fortifies the spine of the baby. So maybe they're trying to say it's going to have a fighting chance. It's going to have like a spine. I don't know.
Yeah. I really
That
like
could work,
that.
yeah.
I was thinking about it too. Again, with Justine, when they're together and they're hooking up, she is obsessed with Justine's
that nipple ring.
Nipple ring, right? Metal.
Yeah.
Again, it's like she's drawn to that metal.
That's a good point.
To the point where she hurts Justine because she's biting on it. So, and it's like,
Yeah.
She's like, you could go down there too.
And she
She's like,
doesn't because she'd rather
Yeah.
just stay there. Yeah, she
Yeah.
doesn't
Right.
care to go deeper.
right.
oh, yeah, that's a good point. Why does she kill all these random people? Is it because she just flips out in like the part because she kills Justine?
Well, I mean,
and
this
then,
happens after she tries to give herself an abortion with one of her hair chopsticks. So, I mean, why? I don't know. I mean, I get the feeling that she is just a serial killer too, though, because there's a news report and there is a point where they're talking about a bunch of people dying.
Après les meurtres de 2 autres hommes et d'une femme dans des circonstances similaires.
And then they also describe her victim, the man in the parking lot, and says to remain calm. I don't know. It was like 5 people before that were found dead in similar fashion, basically.
oh, okay.
So, I mean, why did Ted Bundy? You know, I feel like we're looking just at a serial killer at this point. Why did Jeffrey Dahmer do what he did? You know,
Alexia is one tough cookie because she fucks these people up. Holy shit.
my God. The fucking chair, the stool.
Oh, even that big dude too. He was like,
Yeah.
Jerome.
He was a nice guy. I
That
like
was
him.
so upsetting. I thought she was gonna like save him and they would be friends because he like offered her a place to sleep and everything. He was really nice.
Oh, je suis crevé. Tu veux que je te prête mon lit?
Stabs him in the back.
Yeah, and he's just standing there naked with his hands over his dick. And like, hello? Hello?
Poor guy.
Yeah.
oh, he didn't deserve that. Justice for Jerome.
I was behind the character's killing after the first kill, and then immediately was like, "Oh no, that's not what this movie's about at all."
Yeah.
as soon as she stabbed Justine, I was like, "Okay, nope, never mind. This isn't about that."
Yeah, because that douchebag deserved it. Like, and at first, I'm like, holy fuck, she's like into this, like kissing and shit, like with this guy. I'm like, okay, maybe she's into this. Because I'm like, this
Right.
guy is a fucking creep. I was thinking he was gonna like, you know, go after her,
Right.
and beat her up or something like that. But holy shit, when she pulled out that chopstick and went right in his ear.
Put it back in her hair.
Oh yeah.
Criminal.
Oh. She had like goo on her too from where he threw up all
Yep.
over her.
Yeah, that's why she had to go back to the shower, and that's when she heard the car, hydraulicking,
Revving up. Then later on, she fucks a fire truck, does she not?
trying to induce labor on that one, I think.
I don't even want to go into deeper discussion about what the different vehicles mean.
I was
Oh.
thinking that too. I was like, is this like a gangbang situation? Or is this like a bigger dude? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You would think a fire truck would be packing a bigger, fire hose.
Yeah, and that's the reality of it. Sometimes you think. Yep.
So this is why, too, I thought that maybe there was something else between Alexia and like her dad or whatever, like where there was an abuse going on, because she ends up killing her parents.
Yeah, you're not the only one who thinks that either, actually.
Okay.
There's like Reddit has discussions in this movie, and anytime you read a Reddit discussion, there's always somebody in there saying that her dad abused her. There was this weird scene too where she says she has a stomach ache. And her dad's like pressing on her stomach, which is normal for a doctor. But then she like moves his hand down and it's like, well, and he pulls away and it's like, well, what does that mean? I don't know.
When I watched that, I felt like she was instigating things with him and he wasn't into it. So I don't know. The whole time I just got the idea that she's instigating kind of everything that happens and she's not as innocent as you would be led to believe.
Well, because I was thinking,
well,
too,
I never really thought she was innocent at that point. I was like, she's killed somebody at that point, so.
I was thinking too, later on when she is in Vincent's bed before she gives labor and she starts like trying to kiss him and things like that. I thought this was kind of
what you thought of for a father figure, what you're supposed to do.
Like how you show love to your father figure or whatever. And he was like, whoa, like,
well, what do you wait? No. What?
Yeah. That to me is why I thought there was something more going on. But it's fucked up because like her dad wakes up. She looks at him and locks the fucking door while the house is going on
fire. Yeah. And her mom too is in there. Yeah.
And that's the only time we ever see the mom, right? Oh no, wait, we see the mom.
No, we see her at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
She's really upset with the dad for getting into that accident.
I think that this movie, again, like just has a lot of layers to it, and it's how you want to engage in the movie for sure. But like, I think as horror goes, like there are definitely some images in my mind that stick out forever from this movie. We already kind of talked about the ending to the movie. I mean, did you guys see this going any other way for Alexia? Did you think it was going to be a car? Did you think it was going to be a baby?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping she'd have the baby and then live through it. I was also, the first time I watched it, I was like, when are we going to see the baby for like most of the movie? I was like, they're not going to wait till the very end for this, are they? And then they did. But yeah, I was kind of hoping she'd live through it. In retrospect, it was kind of a foregone conclusion that she was not going to live through it because, I mean, her stomach was tearing open well before she went into labor. The subjects of body horror like that don't tend to live through movies either. So there doesn't tend to be a cure that makes everybody all better.
What did you think, Jill? Were you interested in seeing the baby or seeing if Alexia would survive?
Yeah, so my other experience with the director, Julia Ducournau, is Raw, and which is also a kind of body horror movie where bad things happen to the main character, but the ending is kind of happy despite all the horrific things that happen. So I kind of had hope that this would go that direction. But like Nathan said, with body horror like this and kind of the state that she was in, it wasn't likely that she was going to survive. But I don't know. There were hints of the moments of joy between Vincent and Alexia that kind of gave me hope. But yeah, they squashed that. It hurt.
Yeah. I was upset that Alexia died. For sure. I don't know, but if they can make a character death like that hurt like that, it's good writing. It's really good writing. Also, I think some of the best performances I've ever seen from these two actors, Agathe Rousselle and Vincent Lindon. I don't know if I said Agathe Rousselle's last name right. I know I said her first name right.
It was her first movie ever too, right?
Yeah, she was discovered on Instagram by the director. She was an Instagram model.
She did great. Like really great.
And it's incredible, these performances, I think. Like, you just believe they are those characters.
Yeah, even Vincent too. His portrayal I thought was perfect. Like, I love how you could see the emotion in his like eyes and his face. He sold everything really well. I thought he was dead at one point, like when he
yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Like, had a heart.
He passed out after injecting too many steroids, I guess. And his ass is getting all bruised. It was
just like wrestling.
He was like an old wrestler.
like the Undertaker getting up, like whew.
I honestly, at the end, I thought it was going to go a completely different way. I thought it was going to be revealed that Alexia wasn't pregnant at all, and it was like all in her mind. Like, this is one big mental like breakdown and stuff like that. Vincent was trying to like snap her out of kind of what she's dealing with a little bit. So I thought it was going to be like one of these big twists at the end. Then when it wasn't, I was like, wow, I'm kind of happy in a way. They just went all the way with it.
Yeah, they didn't pull the rug out from under you. I don't know. This movie it's not concerned with like logic, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
It doesn't tie itself to reality in any serious way. I like that about it as well. It sort of reminds me of like a David Lynch, I feel like, in that way.
I have to tell you, one of my favorite Letterboxd reviews was this is Eraserhead for the LGBTQ community.
Whoa.
I was like, that checks out.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You know, it's gay Eraserhead.
I was thinking like I want to see the baby, but would the baby be like Eraserhead baby? You know what I mean?
Right.
What are we getting here?
Cursed.
I think though the ending shot, the baby.
Question mark.
I think the ending shot of Vincent holding the baby was like perfect. Like, that was the perfect shot to really end it on. You couldn't have kept going. That wouldn't have served this story well, I think, if you played it out more.
When that ended and the Titane title screen came up, the white lettering, the first time I watched this, I was just like stunned for like a minute. What did I just watch? I cannot believe what I just watched.
Catch your breath a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen another movie quite like this. There's other movies with similar themes and doing some similar things, but this one is like, it's one of a kind in all that it does. So,
like Gill said, this does have a Lynchian vibe though, where it's just like different.
Also, it's another French chick movie that starts with a car crash.
Oh,
because I remember you saying something about Raw on It Slays, Jill.
And Inside.
Yeah.
Also did the same thing.
And The Substance.
There you go.
Whoa.
And they are all kind of body horror.
That's cool.
All by French women.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. French women, they know how to make some
like
good body horror stuff.
I haven't seen Inside yet, but
it's messed up.
Yeah. The French, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're crazy.
You know, the movie kind of starts with car porn right during the opening credits. It's just like pictures of the inside of the car.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's getting you ready, teasing you a little bit, gets you thinking what you're gonna see.
I don't think anyone could be prepared.
No. The purple like scene where they sort of turn the firehouse into a club with purple lighting. I thought that was just incredibly well done. There's not much to say about it. They're mostly just dancing to that amazing song. I looked it up. It's Lighthouse by Future Islands. I loved that song so much.
Yeah. It's funny. There's another song going into the car, like where they're dancing on top of the car at the beginning. There's another song too that's played that I really liked.
The music choices are amazing in this. I also like when she's dancing on top of the fire truck and she's making all the boys uncomfortable because, you know, we're being gay, but we're not being that gay in that scene, basically. It was Wayfaring Stranger by Lisa Abbott.
Just before me, when God's redeemed and vigils keep.
And I thought that song was great too. The music in this movie, I think, is truly incredible.
Bluesy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bluesy sort of Etta James style one.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Those scenes, particularly with the music and the lighting, how it was, were really reminders of one of my favorite movies, Love by Gaspar Noé. Like,
isn't he French too?
He's French too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's French too. Okay.
All these French people.
I know, making fucked up movies.
That aesthetic though is so good. It is.
It's really good.
It's like dreamlike.
Yeah. We didn't talk about how Vincent hallucinates a burning child in that fire simulation thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing that you brought that up. I was going to ask, like, if that was a representation of his
Well, that's
child.
what I'm wondering. Does anybody think that maybe the child's not missing at all?
And died?
And that the kid died in a fire and he knows it, but he can't handle it, so he reported the child missing. Like, it's another layer to it. I feel like, because that's not brought up ever again.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking something similarly too, because I had a question. I was like, wait a minute, his kid's missing or his kid's dead? Like, because of that visual of that child burning in the fire.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I don't know. It's just a thought. There's nothing more to it after that, but it just that image. It's terrifying for one, and two, like it's got to represent something, right? Like. And it never gets clarified.
Maybe it could represent the fact that, you know, the last time he had his son, he was a child and now he's like an adult and he's so different and he's like mute and just like not kind of what he expected, but he loves him anyway. Maybe he's kind of like mourning the loss of like that idea of his child. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just grasping here.
I think grasping is the only thing you can do, really. Because I mean, mine was grasping as well. Like, but yeah, that could be it too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cool. There so many visual metaphors and stuff, and I think the car fucking is a metaphor for something. I don't know what.
Really good
Maybe.
sex.
Maybe objectification, like the fact that in the beginning and the fact that she's not really attracted to humans. Obviously, if we're tethering this to reality, if she really got pregnant and we're just saying like the car is kind of like a metaphor or something like that. Maybe it was just like, you know, she was objectified, like left behind by some guy. She has to carry on, have this kid by herself. And, you know.
Yeah, no, there actually also is a theory that I saw on Reddit that she's not pregnant by a car at all and that the child is actually her father's child.
Oh, God. Like the abuse. Jesus, I don't want to think. I hope that's not the case.
If it is, you'll never know.
God.
For sure.
And that's like what Gill said. I think this movie does take a lot of marinating and thinking about and seeing how you feel about it, because it's not black and white at all.
You need a third watch at least.
I raised my Letterboxd score on this movie, actually. The first time I watched it, I gave it 4 stars. And then I decided I had to watch it again 4 days later. And I was like, no, I'm wrong. This is a 5-star masterpiece.
Wow.
I think you're onto something there.
Yeah.
It's time for quote or kill. We're going to give you our favorite quote of the movie or our favorite kill of the movie or both. For me, I don't know if anyone's joining me in this, but the chopstick to the inner ear death was my favorite kill.
I'm joining you on that one. That's my favorite kill as well.
It was gnarly.
Yep. It was really gnarly.
Yeah, I think what made it so like memorable for me is not only does the guy like start throwing up, but his eyes roll in the back of his head.
Yeah.
And it just it sold it pretty good.
He's not really throwing up. He's like foaming at the mouth. And I don't know if that's like an accurate depiction of what would happen to you if you got a chopstick in the ear, but it
made me believe it.
Very real and The violence in this movie is it's very matter of fact.
Yeah.
It's very just brutal and it feels real. It's this movie has a lot of style, and then all of a sudden it becomes almost documentary when the violence starts. We're just filming this thing that's happening, and it's tough to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And this one, I couldn't get it written down verbatim, but my favorite quote is Vincent brings Alexia into the firehouse for the first time, and they're cooking, and he goes, "I'm God." He's like, "And this is my son. He's Jesus."
Right.
Le sapeur le grand, c'est mon fils. Moi, je suis quoi pour vous? Je suis Dieu. Donc le sapeur le grand, c'est pas simplement votre frère, c'est Jésus.
Yeah.
I just love that, asserting his, presence, puffed out his chest and was making it known that like no one's fucking with him. And maybe this goes to your point too, Nathan, that he knew too that like this isn't his kid, but
yeah, because, I mean, Ryan is obviously very suspicious from the very beginning
and jealous.
And I don't know. And jealous a bit, yeah, because like maybe Ryan sort of thought of Vincent as a father figure. It feels like a little bit.
All right, how about you, Jill?
So for me, it's Kill. It's the one in that big house right after she kills Justine. I love that whole sequence, by the way, where they're just like fighting and they're both just like really struggling. It's just so physical, like the way that she like grasps onto Justine's breasts. Like you can hear them like smack and they like tumble down the stairs. I think, I don't know, I really like that scene. Anyways. And then for the kill, the guy who gets like the chair leg through his mouth, disgusting. It was so nasty. And then she sits on it afterwards, which is hilarious. She's like so tired. She's got to catch her breath.
Shit.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah. And then they like linger on that shot too for a little bit and kind of pan out. So I don't know. I really like that shot. But yeah, that's my favorite kill. Did you have a favorite quote or kill, Nathan?
My favorite quote is Vincent, as actually he's bringing Alexia into the firehouse at the very beginning of their relationship there. And he grabs her and says, "Anyone hurts you, I kill them. Got it? Even if it's me, I'd kill myself, I swear."
Le premier qui te touche, je le tue. T'as compris? Même si c'est moi. Je me tue, je te jure.
And it's just sort of very uncomfortable in that moment, but you sort of realize that he means it. And he actually did kill Ryan because Ryan is trying to hurt her. I don't know. It's just sort of, it goes to Vincent's character, sort of who he is, this sort of flawed and broken man, but is capable of much love.
It's time for our Letterboxd rating. We're going to rate this movie from 1 to 5 stars. 5 is Vincent. 1 is Alexia's father. For me. It's funny because I watched this before and I gave it 3.5 stars. I'm actually staying at 3.5 stars. I think this is a really strong movie for me. It is deep. It is a tough watch. And that's why I can't go up more, because like it does take a little bit of effort for me to sit down and watch this movie. I think it is a really good movie, and I think if you haven't seen it, you should watch it because it's different. Like Nathan said, it's different than a lot of movies we've all seen. And Jill said too, there's a lot of layers here, and it kind of is up to you on how you want to interact with the movie and interpret the movie a little bit. I think if you're a horror there's a lot to like. The kills are brutal. The body horror is really well done. It makes you squeamish in scenes, and you want to turn away, but you're not. It's kind of like the car accident a little bit. I think for me, I saw it as a very hopeful ending, so I kind of like that because it is a very, I think, heavy movie overall. But I think that this one is really good. You know what? I gotta say, like, maybe another watch or two, I'll put it up a little bit more, but I'll let it marinate. Jill, how about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I just watched it today, so it's still pretty fresh. And like you said, I kind of need to let it marinate. Maybe it'll go up a bit once I let it kind of settle and think about it some more. It's tough because I do want to rewatch it, but I think I'm going to need some time because it was really difficult to watch. Like, I also watched this on Tubi. So every time there was an ad, I would get up and go do something because I was like stressed watching it. But I think there's a lot of good body horror, like you said, the kills. There's just like some wholesome and some funny moments in this. And I don't know, it can be enjoyable, but it has a lot of heavy content in it.
Yeah.
So I'm also going to give it a 3.5 stars with the potential to go up. I was thinking about 4 stars, but I think I need to watch it again and think some more about it because I would also like to watch it and see if I can see how Vincent knew all along. You know what I mean? Maybe that would change how I feel about it. So yeah, 3.5 from me. I thought it was pretty good. Why don't you finish us off, Nathan?
Well, it's no secret. I'm giving this movie 5 stars. I think this thing is a masterpiece. I think it's beautifully made. I think it's complex. I think it challenges you to find beauty in some grotesque things. I'm always a fan of surrealism when things become untethered from reality. And I'm a fan of when you just forget about how things would go in real life and just try and make the audience feel an emotion. I love this movie. I really do. 5 stars. Yeah.
Wow, Nathan doesn't rate much 5 stars, so
Special.
this one had an impact, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me tear up a little bit sometimes. I don't like when his wife is talking and she's like, I don't care why you're here. I want you to take care of him. I don't know. I felt that. It was, 5 stars.
I felt it too. Before we end the episode, we want to let you know what we've been up to. I watched a couple of movies. Actually, I've been watching a lot of movies, I'll be honest. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I did watch one from 1984 called Body Double, which is a Brian De Palma film, the same guy who did Carrie.
Oh, okay. He did Scarface as well.
Yeah, and Scarface, right. Yep. And Scarface. It was pretty good. I gave it 3.5 stars on my Letterboxd. It's voyeurism. Is that it?
Voyeuristic?
Yeah, it's kind of like a murder mystery sort of deal. I thought it was really good. It has a lot of twists and turns. It has some trashiness to it, which I love.
Ooh, of course.
Yeah, but that's always good.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It was a fun time. On to newer movies. I watched the new Superman from 2025.
Yeah, I saw you also weren't as enamored with it as everybody else.
Yeah, I give it 3 stars.
Your son's going to be upset about that Letterboxd rating.
My boy, Kevin.
Yeah, Logan loved it. You know what? I think for me, the disconnect I have is, and he said it, and a couple other people have said it, like this Superman is like kind of what would it be like if Superman was real, like if he existed in real life. And because a lot of it is depressing for me. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
An hour and a half of this movie is pretty depressing. And then like Superman is Superman or whatever. But I like my superheroes with a little bit more like cartoonishness to them because they're superhero movies. Give me a little more fun. So I rated 3 stars.
What are you? This is like the most fun Superman movie there ever was. What do you mean?
There's no fun.
James Gunn did this, man. This is like the most Marvel Superman there ever was.
No, I don't know.
I've never seen this movie, so I don't know what to say. I don't know who to agree with.
Hashtag not my Superman.
Right.
The only Superman movies I've even seen parts of are the Christopher Reeve ones from the 80s and stuff. So
what are you doing?
I love the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. Those are some of the best superhero movies of all time in my opinion.
You probably wouldn't like any of the like other Superman stuff because it's like it is more like gritty and stuff.
Gritty. Yeah.
That's for Batman, in my opinion. But
they're in the same universe.
I know, but Superman's supposed to be uplifting and
I mean he's uplifting, but
whereas Batman's the guy who's like he comes out of goes into the gutters and whatever, But Batman operates at night. Superman operates during the day. That's my opinion of the.
Wow. I like it. I also watched 3 new horror movies. I watched Sweet Revenge, which Nathan, I saw you also watched as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also watched it
Oh, you did
Yeah.
too? Awesome. I didn't see it
Yeah.
on your Letterboxd. That's why.
because I forgot to put it on. I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
You watched it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's the 13-minute, I guess, short film for the new Jason. It was done in conjunction with Apple Orchard. Is that it?
I don't know. All I know is I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was like it's 13 minutes. I prefer, if you like this, I would say go out of your way to look up the Never Hike Alone series on YouTube for Jason, because I thought those short films are amazing. And actually, they combined them all to like one full movie now. So you can check out the edit on that, which I think is awesome. I gave it 3 stars. Nathan, you didn't like it, you said.
No, I gave it 1.5 stars. This could have been made by some really talented YouTubers, and I would have been more happy with it, I guess, knowing that it's actually backed by like real money in a real studio or whatever. Makes me go, maybe you should have written a story. Not a better story, but a story at all. You didn't. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can't fit that much story into 13 minutes, but you can fit
Something, right? Jill, what'd you think?
So I didn't even know what I was watching because Anthony put this on the other day when I was over there, and I think we were like eating lunch or something, and he just put it on. It's pretty low stakes because it's like 13 minutes, right? So
Yeah.
it's like something good to put on when you're eating. So he didn't tell me what it was. He was just like, this is Sweet Revenge. And then near the end, he's like, do you know who this is? And I was like, this is Jason. This is Friday the 13th, right? And he's like, yep. And then he explained it to me. But so yeah, I thought it was cool. Like I said, pretty low stakes, something to put on when you're eating.
I didn't regret watching it.
Yeah.
You know, it's only 13 minutes, so but I won't be watching it again. I don't need to. I didn't like it. So,
Yeah.
but
Jill, what are you giving it on Letterboxd?
Damn, I don't know. If you gave it a 3 stars, I probably give it a 3 stars as well.
Awesome.
Now I have to go rate it.
I also finally watched The Monkey.
oh yeah.
Nice.
That's a fun.
I gave
movie.
this 3 stars too. I'm like a 3-star horror lately. I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. It's a fun movie. It had some really good kills, and I love the toy. The monkey toy is really cool.
Yeah.
I love those kind of old vintage wind up toys. So that was awesome.
They have
And
it at Spirit Halloween this year, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Might have to
Because
go
I really
buy
wanted
that,
the popcorn bucket for it. Because that looked really cool. But now they're selling it on eBay for like $100, and I'm not paying that. But finally, and maybe Jill can tag team with me on this one, I saw Final Destination Bloodlines for the first time.
Oh yeah.
I gave
You
it
go
2.5 stars. I thought it was.
You're talking about how much you liked it in the text chain, by the way. You know,
I thought you said sex chain.
Me too.
I was like,
Sorry.
what?
text.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fun. I thought it had really good kills. The opening is pretty iconic, I think. But without spoiling it, it had one of those, like, at the end, like, I'm not sure why I watched this. Like, I felt like it was kind of a waste of an hour and a half a little bit, but I don't know. It was still fun. I mean, if you're looking for cool kills and stuff like that, I recommend it. For me, it was just kind of like, How about you,
go.
Jill? What'd you think?
Oh my God, I can't believe you. So hard to please.
I am.
Yeah, I really liked Final Destination Bloodlines. I've been meaning to watch it, so I put it on over the weekend. Jeez, they don't waste any time. Like, I put on the first Final Destination movie afterwards, and that movie is so slow in comparison. Like, the amount of kills are way, way less, right? Like, it's just like a kind of figuring out what's happening situation. But here, you already know you're here at a Final Destination movie. You know what the gimmick is.
Yeah.
And they kind of set up this like requel kind of situation, which really worked for me because they kind of tie it into like the original story and those characters a little bit. And they also have lots of nods to the original, which I really liked. especially the ending. I'm not going to say anything about the ending, but I was just like, holy shit. There's a lot of this movie where my jaw was just like unhinged because they just like, they don't hold back. They go for it. It's disgusting. It was great. It was really fun time. So yeah, if you like your Final Destination movies and you like them with lots of kills and action, it's fun. It's a fun way to spend however long it is, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. All right, what else have you been up to?
Something really cool I did over the weekend. I went to the Mahoning Drive-In here in Pennsylvania, and I went to their like 80s vampire party annual event that they have. We watched The Lost Boys, and we had Tim Capello come and perform live, which was really awesome. Yeah.
I could die happy if that happened.
Quite an enigma. He is really like a character. He told us like little anecdotes and stories in between recording, and he just kind of has this like rock star personality that you're just like kind of glued to hearing what he has to say. And then we watched The Lost Boys. It was really magical. Seeing it with all my friends, and we're all really excited, and it's one of those magical movies, and it holds a special place in my heart. I really love it. So it was a really fun viewing, and when I was watching it, I was like, wow, this is really just The Craft for men. Like it pretty much is the same thing.
It kind of is.
Yeah, they are pretty similar, aren't they?
Yeah. It really is. I could write a whole thesis on it. And the last thing I watched was Dead Ringers. David Cronenberg. Watched it for It's Lay's podcast.
I like this.
I gave it I think a yay on there, which is like 4 stars on Letterboxd. Yeah, it was fun. It's a really interesting movie. You seen it, Nathan? Or
yeah, I like that one a lot. It's funny that there's sort of a homoerotic energy between Jeremy Irons and Jeremy Irons. Yeah. It's like
some incestuous energy with himself.
Yeah, but it's the same actor.
Yeah.
They keep swapping women and all that.
He has a really good performance in that movie for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot less body horror than I'm used to in a David Cronenberg movie, but still good nevertheless. And I think it's like on a lot of lists, it's like one of the top like 10 iconic movies from Canada, or like one of the best Canadian films.
Cronenberg's got to be on that list a lot.
Probably.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we claim him. You guys can't have him.
I know.
But yeah, that's all I've been up to. Nathan, what have you been up to?
I watched Basket Case. Actually, got a little bit of a history with this movie. At one point, Kevin and I and a couple of our other friends were suggested to watch this movie back in high school by one of our friends' parents. I don't remember which one. And we turned it off about 15 minutes in because we got super, super bored. But then after watching Frankenhooker, I realized it's by the same director as Frankenhooker. And I was like,
I didn't know
maybe
that.
I ought to give this an actual chance. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Wow.
It's not nearly as good as Frankenhooker, but it's not turn it off after 15 minutes worthy either. I got to the part where we turned it off and went, holy shit, we didn't give this thing a chance at all. we
were pretentious little high school kids, you know?
Yeah, I think we just decided it must be bad because that friend's parents told us it was good, honestly.
That could be true.
Damn.
So,
you know what, though? Nathan, we saw Motel Hell on a parent recommendation, and that wasn't bad. I remember kind of liking that
I think it was... I liked Motel Hell, and I think it was the same parents too. Actually,
I think so. It's got
the drummer's parents.
Yeah.
Like who else would recommend that kind of B movie? I suppose. Anyway, it's about a guy who had a conjoined twin who is extremely deformed, and the twin was surgically removed at some point, and the deformed twin was supposed to die, but he didn't. And then now the conjoined twin is a monstrous murderer. And there are some scenes and it was pretty good. I give it 3 stars on Letterboxd. There are some scenes in there that I think probably would have become iconic within our friend group had we kept
Had we
watching.
stayed with it. Had we stayed with it, it would have been iconic.
Yeah, there's a stop motion scene of the monster destroying the room and just screaming the entire time. It was pretty good. Frankenhooker is definitely way, way, way better. So,
Hell yeah.
but I had fun with it. And then I watched Deep Cover. This is a movie by Bill Duke, who is best known, I think, as one of the guys in The Predator. It's the scary, silent type one who does the thing with the scorpion. It stars Lawrence Fishburne and Jeff Goldblum. And it is a neo-noir. And it is so fucking good. It's a commentary on the war on drugs and how the war on drugs actually perpetuates the harmfulness of drugs. And Lawrence Fishburne plays a cop who goes undercover and gets himself embedded deeply within this drug cartel mafia sort of deal with the intention of bringing them down. All sorts of twists and turns. It is beautifully filmed. Lots of purples, reds, blues, doing that thing that activates the infant brain in me with the color splash across the screen. I gave it 4.5 on Letterboxd. If you have any love for neo-noir whatsoever, watch Deep Cover. I think it should be talked about more, honestly. No, I don't think most people know much of anything about it.
No, I never heard of it.
So that was great. Now, a couple of episodes ago, I told you that I watched a movie called Who Killed Captain Alex?
Yes.
It was the Ugandan film.
Yes.
And
Did you get
I
it?
told you that I bought it on DVD. Yes, I got in the mail like a month and a half later. They sent me my DVD.
Oh,
and
yes.
Here is the packaging.
Oh, man.
It is signed by the director, Nabwana IGG. And I have a DVD case for this. This cover will go perfectly into a DVD case, but I wanted to show it to you as it was presented to me at first. So,
right out of the package.
Show you. Take it out of the packaging. And inside, there is a piece of cardboard that is meant to keep the disc from breaking.
Oh.
And it says, Commando Nathan, welcome to Uganda. It is, I believe a Ugandan child has drawn me a picture.
That's awesome.
And it's real. I love it so much.
Oh,
and then
my
on the back,
goodness.
it says, Mamma Mia, super action. Yes, yes, okay. All of which are lines from the movie.
So cute.
It's so adorable.
I love it.
I love it. We've got the actual disc here, and you can see it is literally just a burned disc, a DVD-R. And then on the front, somebody wrote, Commando Nathan, you killed Captain Alex. So that's a little spoiler.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm the one who killed Captain Alex.
Whoa.
Damn, shit.
So
Spoiler alert.
I know, right? I love it so much. This is something I will cherish for the rest of my days. I think. I think this is so cool.
That's precious.
That they
Hang
sent
that
this
on the
to me.
wall.
Yeah, I was gonna put it in my
frame.
collection. Just but
I gotcha.
I don't know. I killed Captain Alex. It's
Commando
I'm telling you,
Nathan.
It's a great movie. Commando Nathan. It's a great movie. You should watch it. Everyone should watch it. It's on YouTube for free.
I'm going to watch it.
So-
I'm going to make a note right now.
You'd better.
Commando
It's only
Nathan
an hour
tells
and
me
10
to
minutes
watch
long. Yeah.
Is that it?
And that's it. Yep, that's it. Oh,
awesome.
no, actually, I watched
Oh.
Porco Rosso, but I think I've already talked about that on the show. But I heard that Logan watched Porco Rosso, and I just wanted to compliment him on his good taste.
Yeah. He loved it too. You liked it, right? You rated
Yeah.
it 4 stars or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Porco Rosso.
Logan also loved it.
It's a
so-
lesser known Ghibli movie.
He must get
Awesome.
that taste from his father.
Well, I do have good taste. Well, that does it for our review on Titane. We'll be back soon with another episode, and we're going to be reviewing Gill's pick, Godzilla -1. I'm looking forward to it. My first Godzilla movie.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is your first Godzilla in general?
in general?
Oh, it's a good one to start with, I think.
You are in for a treat. This is the way you should. This is the way you should go into it.
Yeah.
You're getting pure Godzilla.
It is like pure Godzilla. It's very close to the older serious ones, I guess you'd say, before it got goofy.
I'm looking forward to it. But until then, back to the padded room with you. You have nice seatbelts.